Here we'll be discussing about the internal structure of the cycus. So in front of us we have the transverse section of the root. Two different diagrams are available. Diagram A is nothing but a transverse section of the young root, whereas the diagram B is a transverse section of the older root, which gives us idea regarding the secondary growth. Here to focus on the transverse section of the young root, outermost layer is called as an epiblema, which is a single layer made up of thin walled cells. These cells are going to give rise to root hairs. So the cells which are going to give rise to root hair are called as, the layer which is going to give rise to root hair is called as epiblema. So outermost to epiblema we have the deposition of cuticle. Inner to epiblema what we have is the cortical region. This cortical region is made up of mainly parenchymatous cells. These parenchymatous cells are loosely arranged, leading to formation of intercellular spaces. It will be somewhat like this. We have loosely arranged parenchymatous cells which are having some intercellular spaces here. These intercellular spaces are usually filled with starch grains. We can mark out here. These dark color bodies, they are filled with starch grains, and even there are chances that some cells are tannin cells. Apart from these, we have some specialized cells called as spherophytes. Now, what exactly spherophytes are? These are the needle-shaped cells, needle-shaped clusters, which are having inside them accumulation of calcium oxalate. Now, what is the role of calcium oxalate is? It is going to increase the capacity of calcium regulation in the plant. What the need of calcium regulation is? It is having a kind of a protection from herbivores. More the calcium oxalate in case of a plant tissue, it is like more protection from the herbivores. So this was a description regarding the cortex. Innermost layer of the cortex forms the endodermis. So we have the endodermis, followed by endodermis we have a pericycle. Inner to the pericycle we have a vascular tissue. Here vascular tissue is a protostelic type, in the sense absence of pith in young root. We have xylem, which is surrounded by phloem. Now xylem is exarch in the sense metaxylem is present towards the center, whereas protoxylem is towards the periphery. So xylem is exarch, it is surrounded by phloem, and next to phloem we have a pericycle and endodermis. So this was a description regarding the young root. Now speaking about the secondary growth, that is the mature normal root shows secondary growth. Thus a description regarding this, please just go and follow my video which has a detailed description regarding the secondary growth, both extra as well as intrastellar growths. The same thing is here. In case of the region just below the endodermis, which we are going to call it as an stellar regions. So intrastellar leads to formation of a secondary xylem, secondary phloem, which has not been shown here. So we have a development of secondary xylem as well as secondary phloem, leading to formation of a secondary growth in case in the stellar region, whereas a region outer to the endodermis, which is this region, is called as an extrastellar region. There is a formation of a cork followed by a cork cambium and also a secondary cortex together, which are called as a periderm. All the detailed description is there in my secondary growth clip. Please go and follow it. So this was the description regarding the older roots of cycus. Thank you.